So I can start. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Bhante.
Good
Okay,
morning, teacher.
okay.
Good morning, Bhante.
Good morning. Today I'm going
Good
to.
morning, Bhante.
Good morning, Bhante.
Good morning, good morning. Now you can stop your. Okay. You can hear me?
Yes, Bhante.
All right.
Yes,
All
yes,
right.
Bhante.
Okay. Today I'm going to talk on diligence, which actually emphasize the importance of good friend, Kalayana Mitta. King Kosala, as we mentioned several times before, he wants to see the Buddha almost every day. So King Kosala, sitting on one, went to see the Buddha and paid respect to him and said to the Buddha, "Here, Venerable Sir, while I was alone in seclusion, the following reflection arose in my mind." Now, seclusion is very important for us to reflect on the Dhamma. So Buddha said in another place in Anuruddha Sutta that Pavitra Sayam Dhammo Nayam Dhammo Sangarikaramasa. This Dhamma is for one who loves solitude. Because in solitude you have plenty of time to think without disturbances from outside families and works and so forth. So he said, alone seclusion, the following reflection arose in me, he said. King Kosala said to the Buddha, Dhamma has been well expounded by the Blessed One. So he said, the Buddha has expounded Dhamma well. That is Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo. Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo. And Dhamma, Buddha expounded, is the beginning is excellent, middle is excellent, end is excellent. Beginning is Sila, middle is Panya. one with good friends, good companions, good comrades, and not for with bad friends, bad companions, bad comrades. So he said this Dhamma Buddha Yogananda expounded very well. And that Dhamma expounded very well is for one with good friends. So one who listens to Dhamma, who has a heart of good friends, himself is good friend. He has good friends. We will explain what good is. Good companions, good comrades, bad companions, bad comrades. So Buddha confirming that said to King Kosala, so it is great king, so it is great king. Dhamma has been well expounded by me, and that is for one with good friends, good companions, good comrades, not for one with bad friends, bad comrades, and bad companions. These are the qualities of bad friends. Bad friends always expect everything that you have, and they all must end up in their lap. And they may give you very little and expect a lot. You say, he may give occasionally something, expecting something a lot from you. They do their duty out of fear. If they don't do their duties with friendship and sincerity, without fear. They associate for their own advantage. They associate with you for their own advantage. For instance, some are just drinking bodies. Some call you their dear and dear friend. But a true friend is one who stands by you in need. So these are the qualities of bad friend. One friend is all take, another all talk, one's just a flatter, and one is comrade who spend. So these are the qualities of the bad friends. So this Dhamma will not instill in their mind. Dhamma will not establish in their mind because their motive, their intention is so totally wrong and bad intention. So Buddha said to King Kosala, on one occasion, great king, I was living among the Sakyans, where there is a town of Sakyans named Nagaraka. Then the Bhikkhu Ananda approached me, paid homage to me, sat down to one side and said, Venerable Sir, this half of the holy life, that is good friendship, good companionship, good comradeship. So for Venerable Ananda, holy life, that is brahmacharya life, is one half of the spiritual life. Then Buddha reprimanded him and said, when this was said, great king, I told the Bhikkhu Ananda, not so Ananda, not so Ananda. This is the entire holy life. Ananda, that is good friendship, good companionship, good comrades. Now, the holy life or Brahmacharya life is another name for uh, uh, the spiritual life, and it is another whole spiritual life is called good friendship, good companionship, good comradeship. Then would explain the meaning of this. When a bhikkhu has a good friend, a good companion, good comrades, it is to be expected that he will develop and cultivate the noble eightfold path. So now, good friend Kalayana Mitra encourage you to practice the noble eightfold path. Why is it so? Because the noble eightfold path is the karma destroying karma. You want to end samsaric suffering by ending karma, by ending desire. You want to end suffering. You want to end samsaric suffering. And therefore, what you call noble eightfold path is to be encouraged to practice. If somebody practices the noble eightfold path, he definitely will end suffering. He definitely commit a karma that ends suffering. So Buddha explained this. And how Ananda does a bhikkhu who has a good friend, good companions, a good comrade, develop and cultivate the noble eightfold path. Now Buddha explained how he does it. Here Ananda, a bhikkhu, develops right view, which is based upon seclusion, dispersion, and cessation, maturing in release. This is called in Pali, Vivekanisitan, Viraganisitan, Nirodhanisitan, Vasagga Parinami. That means when you are in seclusion, it is easy for you to practice the Noble Eightfold Path. Not only mundane level, but supramundane level. And when you are in seclusion. So your development of Noble Eightfold Path depends on seclusion, dispassion, cessation, and maturing in release. It is right view or right understanding that leads to all other factors of Noble Eightfold Path. He develops right intention. What is the right intention? There are three types of intention. Right intention. They are Nekkhamma Sankappa, Avyapada Sankappa, Avihimsa Sankappa. Intention is called Sammaditthi Samma Sankappa. Right intention in Pali called Samma Sankappa. And this Sankappa is three types. Nekkhamma Sankappa, total letting go. Avyapada Sankappa, total loving friendliness. Avihimsa Sankappa, total kindness. These are three kinds of right intentions. Only if you have right view, right understanding, can you develop these three types of right intention. Because when you have right understanding, you see the benefit of letting go. You see the benefit of loving friendliness. you see the benefit of right, what do you call, ahimsa, non-cruelty. Now, without understanding, you cannot see the benefit of these things. And then, right speech that naturally will evolve entails the right intention. You speak kindly, softly, gently, speak the truth. And right action. You abstain from killing, stealing, sexual misconduct. Or you practice the right action, abstaining from killing, stealing, and incelibacy. Incelibacy. That is in supramundane level. And you live rightly, right, practice right livelihood. Then you make right effort. Right effort has 4 stages. What are they? Samvara, Bhavana, Bhavana, Anurakana. Samvara means you prevent unwholesome mental state from arising. That means you never want to start something wrong that you have never done before. Never get involved in that. Then, in spite of a very good intention, perhaps because of circumstance, because of friends and bad friends, and so forth, you may start something wrong. So you overcome that very quickly, get rid of it, nip in the bud. And then when there is a vacuum in your mind of this effort, then you arouse wholesome mental state. If you have not done, if you are not observing the precept, 8 precepts, 10 precepts, start it. If you have not started giving dana and so forth, give that. If you have not started meditating, start meditating, and so forth. If you have not spoken to people kindly, start talking to people kindly, talking even to animals, even to plants, trees. They also will respond positively. And then you cultivate it. You cultivate it, develop it, multiply it, doing it again and again. These are the 4 kinds of right efforts. Then, of course, right mindfulness. Mindfulness meditation is absolutely necessary. We say there is no concentration without mindfulness, no mindfulness without concentration. One who has both mindfulness and concentration is close to Nibbana. Now, right mindfulness we practice, and those who have not started it, they must start it, practice. And that is called 3 stages, Arambha Dhatu, Nikkama Dhatu, Parakama Dhatu. That means when you practice mindfulness, you start it, that is Arambha Dhatu. Nikkama Dhatu means you continue it. Parakama Dhatu continue until you attain until you are fully successful. Then right concentration. Practice right concentration, because concentrated mind can see things exactly as they are. All these are based upon seclusion, dispassion, and maturing in release. Maturing in release means attaining Nibbana. And therefore, Buddha said, it is this way, Ananda, that bhikkhu who has good friends, good companions, good comrades, develop and cultivate the noble eightfold path. You see, good friend is always is with you to encourage you. If you are slide back, good friend will encourage you to continue it because he loves your liberation. He doesn't want you to suffer. And good friend is himself a good friend, and he become good friends to others. So Buddha said, by the following method to Ananda, it may be understood how the entire holy life is good friendship. Entire holy life is called good friendship. Holy life means brahmachari life. It is synonymous with good friendship, good companionship, good comradeship. By relying upon me as good friend, Ananda, being subject to birth or freed from birth. See, the Buddha is the good friend to everybody, real Kalyana. And he was so compassionate. So when according to our Buddhist story, that when the Buddha met Deepankara Buddha, and he was ready to attain full enlightenment, arahanthood. But he thought, well, if I attain arahanthood, how many? There are millions of people who continue to suffer in samsara. So let me forsake my attainment. I give it up and strive hard to attain Buddhahood so that I can be a good friend to all these people. So his intention to be a good friend was fulfilled as the Buddha. And therefore, as he predicted, as he wanted, he became a good friend. And then uh, he helped others. Being subject to birth are free from birth. Being subject to aging are free from aging. Being subject to illness are free from illness. Being subject to death are free from death. Being subject to sorrow, lamentation, pain, despair, and displeasure and despair are free from sorrow, lamentation, pain, displeasure, and despair. Now, see the amount of noble, wonderful, selfless things that a good friend can do. And a good friend is therefore the whole holy life, not one half of it. By this method, Ananda, it may be understood how the entire holy life is good friendship, good companionship, good comradeship. Therefore, uh, great king, you should train yourself thus. I will be one who has good friends, good companions, good comrades. So he cited what he did, what he said to Ananda earlier to encourage King Kosala, because the whole story started with King Kosala's uh, mentioning that when he was in seclusion, he thought good friendship is wonderful, and Buddha confirmed it and encouraged King Kosala to practice good friendship, good comradeship. It is in such a way that you should train yourself when great king. You have good friends, good companions, good with mindful, appamada. You work very hard without being lazy and be a good friend to yourself and good friend to others. You should deal with one port. What is that? Diligence in wholesome states. Now, when you become good friend to others, at the same time you must practice diligence, appamada. Then Buddha said in appamado amatapadam pamado machumapadam appamata nemiyanti epamata tamata. Diligence is negligence is dead already. He said in Dhammapada, appamado amatapadam pamado machumapadam appamata nemiyanti epamata yatamata. When in the 3rd century BC, when he had a war and killed many people, then he began to remorse, and he was one day sitting in his upper chamber of his palace and looking through the window, he saw little Samanera, Negro, and he was walking very slowly, mindfully, in Satipatthana Sutta, Abhikante, Patikante, Sampajanakari Hoti, walking forward, backward, one walk mindfully, and this Negro was mindfully walking. Then king sent a message asking, bringing this novice to his palace. When he came to the palace, king asked him to find a suitable seat to sit down. He sat in king's throne. King was so amazed, shocked, and then, okay, he was 7 years old, little boy, but he was arhat. So king asked him to deliver a sermon. At that time he said, Appamado amatapadang, pamado machunopadang, appamatta namiyanti, evamata yatamata. As I said, the meaning is diligent doesn't die. Diligence is the path to liberation, amatapadang. Negligence is the path to death. Diligence don't die. Negligence is dead already. Now, therefore, being good companion, good friend, itself is not enough, but you have to practice diligence. You must be diligent. So, great king, you dwelling diligently. With diligence, your retinue of harem women will think thus. The king dwells diligently, with diligence or support. Come now. Let us also dwell diligently, with diligence for support. Now, king is the leader, head of the state. When the head of the state does something very good, the country, their subjects, king's subjects, people, citizens, also follow the king. If king goes wrong, crooked things he does, and others also don't hesitate to commit crimes, kills, steal, and so forth. Sabbhagava ujunganti nette uchugate sati. Sabbhagava vankanyanti nette vankagate sati said, when a leading cow goes straight, the other herd also goes straight. When the leading cow goes crooked, the followers also go crooked. And therefore, when the king become mindful and become diligent, the countrymen, the subject, citizens also follow his example. So, when great king, you are dwelling diligently, with diligence for support, your retinue of Khatir vessels will think thus. Your troops will think thus. Your subject in town and countryside will think thus. The king dwells diligently, with diligence of support, come now. Let us also dwell diligently with diligence support. So when great king, you are dwelling diligently, with diligence of support, you yourself will be guarded and protected. Your retinue of harem women will be guarded and protected. Your treasury and storehouse will be guarded and protected. You see, when the leader does something good, right, he doesn't have to worry about his treasure, his property, his harems and so forth. They all respect him. They all respect his practice, and they also uh, follow his example. Now here, for one who desires lofty riches, for following in succession, the wise praise diligence in doing deeds of merit. So, the wise person who is diligent secure both kinds of goods, the good visible in this very life and the good of the future life, the steadfast one by attaining the good is called a person of wisdom. Now, one more anecdote or good friendship. A friend who is helper, the same in both pleasure and pain. A friend of good counsel and one who sympathy. Now, these are the good qualities of good friend. What are they? They help. When you are in trouble, they come to help you. And when you are pain and pleasure, your friend doesn't forsake you. He stays with you all, whether in pleasure or pain, prosperity and calamity. A friend of good counsel, whenever you are in trouble, he comes to rescue you. He comes to give you good counsel, advice, and of become very sympathetic when you are in trouble. When you are in trouble, that uh, good friend doesn't uh, forsake you. And would ask the associate with them, and they protect you like mother protects her child. So, friends, this is very good advice for us to remember, and I hope you learn something new for your own life. These are not something just theoretical, but these are very practical things that we have to keep in mind, put them into practice, and be happy and liberate from samsaric suffering. Now with this, I want to end this session and start practicing meditation. Let us do that. Okay? Okay. Can you see the screen now?
Yes, Bhante.
All right. Now let us meditate. We have for almost 25 minutes. May all beings be happy and secure. May all beings have happy minds. Whatever living beings there may be, without exception, weak or strong, long or large, medium, short, subtle or gross, visible or invisible, living near or far, born or coming to birth, may all beings have happy minds. Let no one deceive another, nor despise anyone anywhere, neither from anger nor ill will should anyone wish harm to another. As a mother would risk her own life to protect her only child, even so towards all living beings, one should cultivate a boundless heart. One should cultivate all the world, heart of boundless loving friendliness, above, below, and unobstructed, without hatred or resentment, whether standing, walking, sitting, lying down, or whenever awake. One should develop this mindfulness, this called divinely dwelling here, not falling into erroneous views, virtuous and endowed with vision, or in desire for sensual pleasures. One comes never again to birth in the womb. By means of these meritorious deeds, may I never join with the foolish. May I join always with the wise until the time and eternity burn. May the suffering be free from suffering. May the fear-struck be free from fear. May the grieving be free from grief. So too may all beings be, from the highest realm of existence to the lowest. May all beings reside in these realms, with form and without form, with perception and without perception, be released from all suffering and attain to perfect peace. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So friend, this is all I can do today. During this 1 hour, may all those who are in hospital suffering from various diseases, taken care of by very compassionate doctors, nurses, and hospital staffs, may they recover very soon, return to normal, healthy life, practice Dhamma, practice meditation, and attain liberation from samsaric suffering. All the doctors, nurses, hospital staffs who are dedicating their life, sacrificing their comfort for the benefit of these patients, may they also find time to practice Dhamma, meditation, and liberate themselves from samsaric suffering. May all those who have lost their loved ones, and may they still be grieving, may they be free from grief and try to understand the nature of Dhamma, practice meditation, and liberate themselves from samsaric suffering. May all those who are in trouble spots in various parts of the world, in poverty-stricken, discrimination, in war-torn, and so forth, may they all try to understand the nature of human life, human greed, hatred, and delusion, and try to practice Dhamma meditation and liberate themselves from samsaric suffering. May all those who are in the northern direction, northeastern direction, eastern direction, southeastern direction, southern direction, southwestern direction, western direction, northwestern direction, up and below, may all of them be well, happy, and peaceful, and may they all attain Nibbana.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you very much, Bhante.
All right.
May you
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you, Bhante.
Bhante. Thank you, Bhante.
Bhante.
Thank you, Bhante.